So let me ask you something. Why does nostalgia hit so hard when it comes to games? Like, seriously, have you ever been just chillin', maybe watching a random video, and suddenly you hear an old Minecraft soundtrack or see some gameplay from years ago, and boom, you're instantly transported back to a different time? It's almost like a time machine. And honestly, gaming nostalgia is one of the strongest kinds of nostalgia we ever feel. But why? Let's break it down. First, games aren't just games, they're memories. Think about it. That one Bedwars clutch you had with your best friend, or the first time you stayed up all night on Hypixel, grinding wins while laughing in voice chat. Those moments weren't just about the pixels on the screen. They were about the people you shared them with and the version of yourself back then. When we think back, we're not just remembering Minecraft or Bedwars. We're remembering the late nights, the friendships, the laughs, the small things that made those times feel special. That's why nostalgia feels so real. Second, there's something powerful about simplicity. Back then, we didn't care about shaders or graphic settings or 120 FPS monitors. We were happy with what we had. You could spend hours building a dirt hut, fighting skeletons in a cave, or just wandering around with no real goal. And it still felt magical. And I think that's what makes those memories so strong. They weren't complicated. They were pure, simple joy, simple fun. Compare that to now, where sometimes gaming feels like chasing achievements, grinding leaderboards, or flexing expensive gear. It's just different, and that difference makes us miss the old days. Third, and this is huge, time. The older you get, the more you realize how much your life has changed. When you were younger, playing games meant freedom. No stress, no deadlines, no bills, no exams. Just you, your friends, and a blocky world to explore. Now, when you go back to those games, it feels like you're opening a door to your childhood or your teenage years. And let's be real, you can't actually go back. That's why it hits so hard. It's not just about the game, it's about the version of you that used to play it. Let me give you an example. For me, Minecraft is the ultimate nostalgia machine. The music alone, C14's tracks like Sweden, instantly takes me back. I remember sitting there, staring at my tiny dirt house, the sun setting in blocky pixels, and that music playing in the background. That moment is burned into my brain forever. And no matter how many new updates come out, nothing will ever feel quite the same as those early days. And it's not just Minecraft. Some of you might feel it with Call of Duty lobbies where you'd hear the most chaotic voice chats ever. Or maybe it's Mario Kart with your cousins on the couch. Or even old mobile games like Clash of Clans, Flappy Bird, or Subway Surfers. Yeah, even those can trigger nostalgia. The games themselves weren't always amazing, but the time of our lives that they represent, that's priceless. Another reason nostalgia is so strong is community. Back in the day, online communities felt smaller, tighter, and more personal. If you played Bedwars regularly, you'd start recognizing the same names. You'd make rivals, friends, sometimes even enemies. Servers felt alive in a way that's hard to recreate now, because the gaming world is just so massive. Nostalgia makes us long for that intimacy again, those golden days when it all felt new and exciting. But here's the thing, nostalgia can be tricky. Sometimes we look back and say, meh, games aren't as good as they used to be. But maybe it's not the games that changed. Maybe the way we experience games has shifted because of who we are now. And that's okay. It doesn't mean the present isn't fun. It just means the past has a special glow that nothing else can replace. So here's my question for you guys. What's your biggest nostalgia game? Is it Minecraft, Call of Duty, Fortnite Chapter 1, or maybe something even older? Drop it in the comments because I'd love to read your stories. I guarantee that someone out there has the same exact memory, and that's the beauty of it. Nostalgia connects us. At the end of the day, nostalgia reminds us that games are more than entertainment. They're part of who we are. They shape our friendships, our childhoods, and even our personalities. And that's why, no matter how many new games come out, we'll always feel something special when we look back at the old ones. Because those games aren't just in the past, they're part of us.